I didn't even get to tell you what happened with Pochita and the whole Chainsaw Man panel.
Well, we have time now.
Oh, we're recording now?
Yeah. I'm gonna just skip this part and then... Now.
Okay. I have beef with Colin K. Bass, right?
Beef?
Beef. I already didn't like him before. Now I don't really like him now. Okay. Colin K. Bass, right? So I'm Pochita for the majority of Saturday. After like 12 or 1, I was Pochita for almost the rest of the day, and then I stopped for like a good 3 hours, and then I was Pochita again for the after party, right?
Yeah.
So I stumbled while I was waiting in line for the after party. There's this guy, his name is Colin K. Bass. You know who he is? He's like the poster child for Anime Pasadena, Anime Riverside.
Okay, I think so.
Yeah, he's So, he complimented the Pochita outfit, and I said thanks, and I did like the cute little wave that Pochita does, because I had my hands inside the suit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then everybody was dying for it. Everybody loved the wave. I'm being completely honest, I fucking love the attention. It was so cool. I feel like, though, sometimes it was a little difficult, because every 10 steps I took, a child would ask for a picture. Or somebody,
that's kind of sweet.
Or somebody would ask for a picture. Yes, it's sweet.
But it gets annoying.
It gets a little bit annoying, but at the same time, my neck would hurt. Because I didn't want my face to show up, because you can see my face in his mouth. So I would have to bend my neck sideways, or I would have to, or my neck would hurt or if it would hurt too much, I would squat down. Like, literally, I would literally squat down.
I guess, like, if one of the conventions, like, if you're not using it, I'll probably, like, take the suit.
Oh,
just to have that.
Dude, you don't know how many people...
If we go to Anime Riverside, I'll probably just...
But I'll
probably take it.
I'll let you borrow it.
Bet.
I'll let you borrow it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But you gotta be hella adorable. You gotta connect with your inner child. Because Pochita's adorable.
Done.
High five.
Easy. Done.
Yeah. But, so we're having fun at the convention, right? I take pictures with these 2 really cute cosplayers and everybody else. Cyndaquil looks amazing. By the way, the people who are listening and cannot see, Michael has a Cyndaquil plushie, right? And then Daisy put a beanie on him, so now he has drip.
But like,
and now he looks like he smokes
cute.
weed, and he wants to rob you, but he looks adorable. He's just so freaking adorable. I can't wait to squeeze him right now when Michael's telling a story. Oh crap, my eyelash came off.
I just heard like a weird sound. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Don't say that, because I've been seeing a lot of creepy stuff lately, because I've been meditating more, dude.
It sounded more electrical.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Like a little snap? Oh, okay.
I was like, what the fuck?
Was that your toe?
No. How is my toe gonna make that sound?
My toe has made a snap.
I mean, if I can like crack it right now, hold on, let me see.
No, I won't hear.
No, I can't. Daisy's.
Damn.
Like,
I know
crack.
She did that, and I was like, that is disgusting, and I had to cover my ears. That's one of the few sounds I don't like listening to.
When we were younger, fucking dogs. She would be like...
That's me when I see Robbie Damon on Instagram. That's me when I see Ryan Colt Levy.
Oh my god, dude! I came across these fucking dogs. Oh my god, I can't wait to edit this out.
Let the dogs out. Okay,
there was this like cosplayer that I found a video of her like years ago, and I was like, damn, like she's stunning. But I'm like, I don't know what her account is. I barely came across her account. Oh my god, I'm losing it.
Yeah.
Like she's beautiful.
Fine as wine.
Yes.
I love that.
I'll send you like one of her cosplays that she does.
Oh my god, please.
Oh my god, she's so fucking fine.
Dude, if you're down bad for somebody, you know I'm gonna be down bad for somebody. We have the same taste in women.
You alright?
The coffee was about to come out of my nostrils. Why'd you have to laugh? Dude, now I can feel the spice in my nose.
Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm being for real, now. Dude. I feel the spice in my nose. I feel it up my throat.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. But we do have the same taste in women.
Mm-hmm.
From what
halfway
I know.
into men, but... you're more... Jesus. Your thing is more clowns and like...
Huh?
Your thing is more clowns and non-humans. Mine's is more grounded in human.
I feel like I have a fair share, but I'm more verbal when it comes to like monsters.
Oh, right. I remember I was talking about like Super Daisy. When we were younger, she would be like, come crack my toes, and she's like, with hers though, like you have to actually like pull.
That's
like,
how it is with my sister too.
Yeah, like if you have to eat like if you're pulling teeth, like you have to actually grip them and then fucking yank it.
Wow.
And then they crack. It was disgusting. I just did it not that long ago too, like a couple weeks back.
Hello everybody, welcome to Caffeinated Creeps. Apparently we're talking about somehow Pochita turned into the topic of toes.
That was an awful start. I wonder if I can do an actual intro, edit it in forward, and then lead into it. So, hello everybody, welcome back to the Caffeinated Creeps podcast. This is episode 6 with your host, me, Mr. Butternose, and
Ray Coffin.
Welcome back. We're drinking semi-lukewarm coffee today, which is okay. I kind of brewed it a little weird. It was my second attempt at a French press, so it's okay.
It's Bones coffee, so I feel fancy.
The other one was strawberry cheesecake. That one was really good.
Does it taste like strawberry cheesecake?
It tastes like...
Or does it taste like burnt water strawberry
No,
cheesecake?
it tasted more like... Since that one's more sweeter, it tasted like those wafer waffle cookies. Like the chocolate one, vanilla ones, or strawberry ones. It tasted more like the strawberry one.
Nice.
It was really sweet, but it was also a little watered down since that was the first attempt.
Yeah.
So it was like a little gross.
Do you actually measure the amount of water you're supposed to put in, or do you just...
Am I balling it?
No wonder why they're all getting watered
No.
down.
But the first one, I measured it to the T. And
you measured it to your ancestors told you to stop?
And it was still a little weird. I'm like, I don't know. But so then this one, I was like, maybe I needed more grounds of coffee. So I did that.
I feel that.
And it still was a little weird. So I think I needed more.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the Pochita thing.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then I'm taking pictures with the cosplayers at the after party, right? I'm having a blast. We're waiting for the band to start playing because that's what we came for. We came for the band. You know, like, the DJs, like, it wasn't good. Like, compared to the after party at Riverside, it was, like, an actual stage and everything. Right here, there was, like, no stage. Like, the stage was, like, probably where this desk is at.
Oh.
That's
upsetting.
It was very upsetting. Like, it was whatever.
Should we do the after party at Riverside if we go next year?
Yes, dude, I 100% recommend it.
I'll go as Pochita,
so
too.
Much.
I like little glow sticks.
What the heck? I wanted to go as Pochita. That's nothing.
Oh, I meant like... Okay, fine. You can go as Pochita.
Why don't you get a Pochita cosplay too, and we can have both Pochitas?
Just both Pochitas running around.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Bet. Bet. You could just like tackle everybody as Pochita, and then what they did too at the Riverside after party is that inside, since it's such a big area, they had the inflatable Pochita inside as well. The big ass one.
I think if I can also cosplay as like Denji underneath Pochita, dude. So like if I get tired of wearing the inflatable, I can just take it off and then just be.
Dude, that's what I want to do so bad. I want to do like Pochita as if Pochita was a fiend, like because Power's a fiend, right? But Denji isn't a fiend, or no, he's not a devil nor a human, so he doesn't really count. But Power, she's a fiend because her head has horns, and that's how you can tell that she's a fiend, right? So I wanted to do that with Pochita and do like a Pochita fiend, like get like an orange wig, and then do like a itty bitty chainsaw. You good, bro?
I got to the bottom of the coffee,
and it was all mostly
grounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great, I love it.
Which is the weird part because mine was the first cup. It's not.
I felt it on mine too.
It's not pure grounds, but it's like. I think more of the flavor.
It's okay. I just drink it all, bro.
Yeah, there's like no grounds, but it's just like the greedy flavor, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I've been thinking about doing like a Pochita fiend cosplay and then put Pochita on top of it, and like go to like a meetup and then be the Pochita inflatable and then just like take that shit off and then like.
Oh, you're gonna be
Denji? It was me all along. Like I'm Pochita. I literally just explained that I want to be a Pochita fiend and then put on the inflatable. Were you not paying attention?
A little bit. I got so distracted by the coffee taste.
See, this is what it's like hanging out with Michael. You know what? I feel like we do it to each other, not gonna lie.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we do. Oh wait, sorry, going back again to the after party. Okay, I had to go tinkle, right? So we needed to go to the bathroom. So we go to the back of the stage, and it was like a small hallway, and it was lights up and everything. And then I saw a popular TikToker, an anime TikToker. If y'all know, his name is Brown Bakugo, right? Oh, his most famous video that I recall is the Icy Thought on Thursdays, which I freaking love. I still have yet to get merch of Icy Thought.
Me and Izzy love that guy. He's so funny.
Yes, oh man, I love watching his videos so much. He's hilarious. And then his girlfriend, she's really pretty too. I love his girlfriend.
That's the girl who does the Rock Lee cosplay, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's his girlfriend. They live in San Diego, so I'm surprised they came all the way over here. I think this is the first time they've gone over here. Maybe they were invited. I'm not sure.
Invited, or they meant they came to see like a VA, because I know he.
Well, no, because he did a collaboration with Vegeta, with Christopher Sabat.
He also did with Kakashi VA.
No.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Kakashi VA.
Which?
That was the Might Guy VA.
Oh shit! My bad. Okay.
Because it's like people ship Might Guy and Kakashi together. So that's why he's like Kakashi. And like he's not saying it because he's Kakashi. That's his character. It says Kakashi like that. Anyways, sorry. You'd understand if you watch Naruto.
I need to.
So I wanted to take a picture with this guy. And then, like this freaking vanilla chinchilla, Colin K. Bass.
Jesus Christ.
Colin K. Bass is all like, oh, hey, can I take a picture with you? And I said, yeah, sure. So I'm taking a picture with this guy. Well, he wanted to take a selfie. But then Nicole's all like, oh, I can take the picture. Oh, yeah, I went with Nicole, by the way. She's the homie. And so she went to take the picture and everything. And then, like, I needed to go to the bathroom. So he's all like, oh, do you want a picture with me? And I said, no. Like, I don't want a picture with this guy because I don't like... I had him blocked, Michael. I had him blocked on social media because of how annoying this guy is. He's not my cup of tea. I don't like his content. So that's why, for my mental health, I just block him. I don't like to see that. He's annoying. I see him enough as it is when he's promoting Anime Riverside and Anime Pasadena. Same with that red-haired Ronald McDonald girl, and then the guy that looks like Ed from Good Burger. I blocked all three of them. And then that Goku guy with the Santa hat, I blocked him too.
You blocked the guy who... You blocked the guy who looks like from Good Burger? You
yes!
blocked that guy? He's fun.
No, he's not. Because I feel like it's just boring seeing it all the time. All the time. There's no variety. So... It just gets annoying to the point where I just block it because I don't want to see it. That's just my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
It's either that or I start trolling people and leaving hate comments, and I don't want to deal with that. So
you don't have to leave the comments.
That's why
you don't have to do it.
That's why I block people for my mental health. Okay.
It's like it's either I block them or I bully others online. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So he literally asked me, he's like, so do you want to take a picture of me? And I said, no. Whatever. So then he's all like, I don't mean to sound like a douche, but do you know who I am? And I was all like, yeah. And then he mentioned that he wanted me to go to the panel the next day on Sunday so that I can be there with Ryan Colt Levy. And he was talking about how cool Ryan Colt Levy is, and we're all like, we met him. Like, he's pretty lit. But he wouldn't shut up about Ryan Colt Levy. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll go. And what he told us is that he wanted us to show up to the panel, walk on stage, and sit next to Ryan Colt Levy. That's what he told us, right?
Did you?
No. He even gave us his number. And he's all like, text me when you guys are here. You won't wait in line. We'll put you in the front. We'll do everything, So like so we were like, cool. We went, and it was like a complete waste of time. At least for Nicole. Because for me, I was kind of vibing. I kind of liked it and I kind of didn't because I really liked the voice actor. And then we were talking about, because it was a Chainsaw Man like fan panel. And he's the only voice actor that was there because he's the only voice actor from Chainsaw Man. Mm-hmm. But I guess Colin Kate Bass and like two other people are doing like a live action American version of it. Which I don't think seems interesting at all. But I get it. I feel like it's the same as fan fiction. You know what I mean? It's just not my cup of tea, so I'm not going to watch it. Plus, it has Colin K. Bass in it. Why am I going to watch it? But anyways, we do discuss Chainsaw Man and like the characters and the manga and everything, so I was having a blast. Nicole was confused as hell. But yeah, like we ended up getting there and we texted him, no acknowledgement, no nothing, nada. And then he comes up, and then I see Ryan Colt Levy, and then he was like, oh, you're back. And then because he saw me in the big Pochita cosplay thing, and I brought him sunflowers. Aww. I brought him sunflowers because I was quickly Googling the meeting like in the middle of the Albertsons to see to see which flowers, because I didn't want to bring him like flowers that are like romantic or whatever, because he's very artistic and he seems like the kind of guy that would know.
I would have brought like plastic flowers, because I don't know if he would be allergic to anything.
No. I feel like he could just dry up the flowers and use them as decoration too.
I mean, like...
No, but like, I don't know. I feel like plastic flowers seem a little cheap.
They're cheap, yes, but you don't know if they're allergic to anything.
I hope he isn't. Shoot. But anyways, so I gave him the flowers, right? He fucking loved them, and then he gave me a hug. But it sucks because I've never had a chance to fully hug him, though, because I've hugged him twice in the Pochita cosplay. So there's just that separation of air.
If we can meet them again as Pochita again, we'll get there.
I will take off my...
take it off. Pochita. I'll stay in costume. That way you can... One of us will be representing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to it. Just like both of us just being chaotic.
I'll see if I can find the link again, and I'll send it to you. It was literally $50, dude.
If we can do it, we might as well get like a board. You know how we always do like the board stuff? Wow, we haven't done that in ages. Holy shit.
I think that board thing takes up too much space.
No, it's not that. It's because Anime Expo kind of like killed it for us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we dodged a bullet because we couldn't move anywhere.
Yeah.
But with those smaller conventions,
no, but at the same time, Anime Riverside, it's actually really small and it's a little bit more crowded compared to Anime Pasadena, dude.
But I'd rather just prefer it there because I feel like it was easier. But if we do that, we could just plug in the podcast, like catch us on Caffeinated Queens podcast.
Or we can just get like a piece of paper and we could just tape it to the back of our costumes. Problem solved.
Yeah.
With our handles. Imagine how many followers we're gonna get because they'll see our handles just to tag us in pictures.
We can do both.
I guess. Yeah. We can do both.
I love it.
But yeah, so Colin Kebass didn't, like he didn't make do with his promise or whatever because he promised us. He literally said, he's like, I promise you guys that this is gonna happen. So I literally unfollowed him at the after party. I mean, I literally unblocked him at the after party just to block him again the next day.
As you should.
Yeah, and then I told Nicole like to keep an eye out because he took a picture with me. So I wanted to see like if he was gonna post a picture of me, but he didn't. But he told me that he was gonna send it to Ryan Cole, and I was like, I already met that guy, but whatever. But other than that, I had a blast. Ryan Colt Levy was literally the highlight. I met a couple cute cosplayers. I'm not gonna mention anything because I don't know if they're gonna listen to this because I follow both of them and both of them follow me. Except for one.
But do they listen? That's the thing.
That's the thing. I don't know yet, so I don't want to say anything and then, give them ideas or be like, ew, no, I don't want to talk to this person anymore.
But just in case, thank you. We love you. Platonically, of course. And thank you for listening.
Yeah. But there was a really cute Buggy cosplayer. He was fine as wine. He looked very scruffy, which is buggy. Mm-hmm. Very, very buggy. And I still can't find his @ anywhere. And I'm just so sad because he was just phenomenally, whatever you say, hot. He was nice. He was very nice.
But if he's not detaching himself, I don't want it. He does the thing.
Freaking Michael.
Hey.
I can't believe no, and it's so funny too because of that everybody asked if he could detach his wee wee, and then Oda confirmed he's like, yep, he can take, and then he likes to like smack it on people. Yeah. Yeah, he likes to hobnock people.
My God.
Yeah.
Violent activities.
Pirate activities.
Disgusting. If we can also just... I mean, if it's just us two being as Pochita, that'd be amazing. But if we can somehow convince Nicole and Daisy to just all four of us, just like run down...
I feel like they'll hate it, though. I think they'll really hate it. Because I feel like eventually you'll get tired of it, dude.
Does it get hot in there or what?
It's not that it gets hot in there. It's just that... it kind of bugs you a little bit, like with your legs and because you literally have to like zip tie your hands, your wrists and your ankles onto the costume. Maybe you might have a better thing because you're taller, but I'm 4'11". I had to lift up my arms just so that I can walk properly without anything dragging behind me.
The only thing I'm gonna hate is that even if I do it, it won't be as funny because when we take pictures of you. And you hide underneath to like not be so like you can't see you.
That's what makes it funny.
It makes it so fucking funny.
This is why I love being under 5 feet.
I have to like really fucking duck. I have to like squat.
Dude, you're gonna get a booty after that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a little booty.
The glutes, working out the glutes.
All right,
it's great. So that's a little portion of what happened at Anime Pasadena.
A little catch up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I just...
There was an Asta cosplayer that squatted down and he ripped his pants.
Yikes.
Yeah. It was nice though. Not that. Other than that,
the cosplay was
yeah.
nice.
Other than that, it was nice. No, oh my god, his cosplay was very handsome. You want to see a picture?
Sure.
His cosplay very handsome. And then like he's kind of pretty buff too, so he like unbuttoned the top buttons just a little bit so he can like show off a little bit. It was nice. Hold up, let me see if I can find it. No, I don't have a picture of him by himself. That's whack. Oh my god, I just looked and he has sweat stains.
Stupid little giggle.
My bad. I'll show you after.
No, you can, I mean, I can just like edit this out. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, like you don't even notice how like seamlessly I make those edits.
Off topic, but the smoker cosplayer is super cute.
Nah, dude, go look at the cosplayer I just sent you right now on Instagram. Like.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you the Black Clover one first. Dude, and then there was a JJK cosplayer there that cosplayed a character from the manga.
Mm-hmm.
And then I literally asked them, I was all like, are you cosplaying who I think you are? And then they're like, yep. And I was like, I knew it. And I took a picture. It's this guy.
With the pants?
Yeah, that's the one that ripped his pants.
He's
pretty attractive. Yeah. And then I was all like, and then we were all taking pictures. And since it was so tiny, it was more, how do I say it, like intimate. And we were all hyping each other up. Security literally came up to us like 2 or 3 times and told us to shut up. Because there was literally a panel. Like, we had like a megaphone. And she's like, no, you guys can't have that.
That's a little
I understand the megaphone. No, it wasn't that it was super loud. It was like a tiny megaphone. And it was just to like gather people because we didn't know how many people we were gonna have.
I know, but it is also just a little rude. Like.
Yeah. There was a panel, and then we just kept yelling and like you know, hyping each other up, and then no. Dude!
Oh, you're seeing it right now?
Yes!
Dude, I know!
And you know Juvie is my weakness!
She's so, like, she just got it. She has it.
Oh, who's that? Who's the lucky man?
I don't know, but it must be her man. That lucky fucker. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh my god. She's so beautiful.
She is.
I'm gonna follow her now.
Her cosplays, like, are really good, too.
She's 26.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She even did a Nana cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
Slay. Dude, oh my god. She's so gorgeous.
I know.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that so much. Okay, I'm getting distracted.
Yeah, Juvia cosplay got me distracted too when I first saw it. Like, holy shit.
Who replied to my story? Oh, that's my aunt. I'm gonna just like it real quick and I'll read it later. Okay. But yeah, have you heard about what's been going on now with like Palestine and stuff like that? Dude, it's gotten worse.
I've been hearing a lot. Most of it I've been getting from like TikTok, but some of it I don't know how 100% it is. But
dude, they're literally bombing schools and hospitals, and that's a freaking war crime.
Yeah.
For any country to do that to an opposing. Literally, they're supposed to be off limits for a reason. They're off limits for a reason.
Did we talk about it? I think we might have talked about it already, where I said like so much of the kids have been killed that like the Department of Education had to go and cancel the school year because there's no kids left to start the school year.
Damn, I did not know that.
Like it was.
Well, I mean, obviously it makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, sorry, I'm getting all cozy.
I mean, you make yourself at home. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm already in here with the onesie. Oh yeah, peeps, we're wearing pajamas. It's a pajama kind of day.
I like how like on the first day we recorded, you were like as far as you could from the couch. You were so distant.
I know.
And now you're just like, yeah,
well,
stretching at your legs.
I did explain on everything.
No,
like,
yeah.
I was nervous. It's the first time being in a guy's room. Not that it's anything weird, but obviously it's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It was uncomfortable for me at first.
Yeah.
But now it's just like it's a blast.
You're just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just chilling with Cynical, my son.
This little guy.
Yeah.
The big ass nose.
Yep. I like to flip the Cynical thing when we have to decide what to do. We can always flip them. But yeah, so supposedly they poured down cement into their water, so they can't drink water. They cut off their electricity, which means that they can't have internet.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So they literally have nothing now, dude. Nothing. no food. Their medications, they don't have medication, so they're literally doing surgeries without medication, without anesthesia. It's horrible, dude. Super horrible. Like, I follow Sean King. He does not back down. He posts everything, dude. And it's so heartbreaking. Like, I don't get disgusted easily. And I haven't gotten disgusted watching these things in a way where, like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Look at that. But I've gotten disgusted at, like, how could people let this happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just horrible. And then now Iran wants to have beef with us because the U.S. doesn't want to call for a ceasefire.
Yeah.
And then I'm all like, what? Then we're going to be like Palestine too?
We
Like,
deployed it, I think a nuclear submarine as a
Yeah.
deterrent over there,
Yeah.
which is fucking awful.
that's literally like the wrong owner reverse card, dude. Like,
Yeah.
no. Oh, and it's just so bad. So bad. Why is Israel such a small country but has one of the largest militaries in the world? It makes no sense.
I'm just a little guy just trying to to do a podcast.
Dude, I remember. Hold
am.
up. This is a really funny story. But one time I was getting groomed on Kick, right?
You know what? Fucking, it happens to a lot of people. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
So this dude was from another country. He was an IDF soldier, Israeli Defense Force.
Mm.
And I was raised Judeo-Christian, so I understood, you know, a little bit of what that meant. And I was like, oh, you know, like, you're in the IDF. He's like, who told you? What do you know? It's like, nothing. I just see your uniform. You have it on your profile picture. And then he's just like, ooh. And I'm just like, what is wrong with this dude? And then he, like, literally blocked me because I knew too much and I knew his name and his family and everything. And I was like, dude, I literally... Your name is this because it's on your profile.
It's like, dude, you talked to me first. Like,
yeah, like, for real. Like, you came trying to groom a 15-year-old. Like, what do you mean?
Classic Kick.
Dude.
Oh.
I have horror stories with that app.
Well, it's the same on my side, too. Fucking hell.
Did I... Okay, never mind. I thought I didn't have my phone case on my phone for a second. Because I put the pyramid head sticker on the thing and it was in the back of my phone.
You could probably put one, like, on top of, like, the...
That's why I put it in the bottom.
No, there's also, like... I see some people who put, like, stickers on top of, like, the mute button on top.
Ooh.
So when you press it, you just basically press the sticker, kind of.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to add another one on the bottom, but I want it to be Suki Uzaki.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's my number one anime MILF. Anyways, on with the stories.
It might... Okay, I'm gonna give you two things first. Okay, first off, the notes might be a little messy.
Okay, mine too.
Because when we had... This is the one that we just kept pushing back. Yeah. Like, when we tried to record,
yeah,
we just kept trying to push it back. And I basically did this in one night. Again.
Uh-huh.
Just like the first episode. Like, I just rushed it. Because I'm like, oh, fuck, we gotta record the next day. But then we pushed it back. I was like, fuck. So it might be a little messy.
Yeah.
And then two, it might be a little long. Maybe. Depending how fast I get through it.
I think mine is like 5 pages long, but I can skim by it real quick.
Sweet.
Oh, shoot, it's 7 pages. 6 pages, my bad.
I think I got to like 4 pages on this one. But it looks different on the phone, so.
Pewter, can you hear me?
Pewter. Quickest way to get rid of the Joker. No freeways. Pewter, do you hear me?
Dude, what in the world?
Alright, you ready?
Yes, sir.
So, my case, my little true crime / conspiracy case, is the disappearance of Emanuela Orlandi.
Ooh.
Which apparently is one of the most famous disappearance cases, though I've never heard of it before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The name does not sound familiar, but
exactly.
I feel like I might know the story because you know me.
You do love
bark, bark.
yeah.
Bark bark.
The barking made me do it.
Senor Rarar. I love his videos.
Yeah, I know. Me and Izzy were just quoting that shit all day yesterday.
Senorita Rarar.
Yeah. So Emanuela Orlandi. I fucked up already. On my notes I put Orlando. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Orlandi. Fucking hell. Was born on January 14th in 1968.
Oh damn.
She was the fourth of 5 siblings. The family at the time lived inside Vatican City, as her father was a prominent employee of the Vatican. The kids often had access to the Vatican gardens and would often run into Pope John Paul II, according to the older brother Pietro.
That's already fishy.
You have a good sense on this. You have a great sense.
I'm sorry, but my religious trauma is just saying.
Oh, you're gonna... The last point on my notes...
I'm gonna eat this up, huh?
Oh, you're gonna eat it up.
Oh my god.
So Emanuela was also a talented flute player. Nice. She attended an institute of sacred music just after her regular classes at her secondary school. She was even a part of the church choir at the Vatican. All this at the age of 15.
No, pues well.
Yeah. Emanuela would usually take a bus to get to her music classes. She would often just get off a few stops away and would walk the rest of the way. On the day of June 22nd, the June 22nd, 1983 at 4 p.m., she was leaving her home as she was late to her music class. On that day, the weather was brutally hot, so she had asked her older brother, Pedro, to take her to music class. However, he had said no because he had other things to do that evening. Pietro later said, quote, "I've gone over it so many times, telling myself, if only I had accompanied her, maybe it wouldn't have happened," unquote.
Dude.
At the end of her music class, Orlandi called home to tell her sister that she, just before the classes started, received a job offer from a representative of Avon Products to hand out flyers at a fashion show for 2 hours, and that after her music class, she would meet up with the representative to give her the answer to the job. However, her sister told Emanuela not to accept the job offer and to discuss it further with their parents. While leaving her classes for that day, Emanuela had told 2 female classmates about the job, which these classmates would leave... fuck. God damn, these fucking notes are all over the place. These classmates would leave Emanuela at a bus stop after, she told them about the offer.
Uh-huh.
Emanuela was last seen at around 7:30 p.m., who was with another girl, but to this day, that girl has never been identified. Later that night, after hours of waiting, the Orlandi family started to worry and began to look for her from between the Vatican and the music school, but came up empty-handed. Her father went to the police to report her missing. And the next morning, Emanuela was officially declared missing. A few days later, announcements of her disappearance were published to the Italian newspapers.
Oh, this is in Italy. Well, no shit, because of the Vatican.
The Vatican, yeah.
My bad.
What do you think this was? In Florida? Because I already said Orlando.
Florida man.
Florida, classic Florida people, man.
Now, when you said the Pope, I should have known that it was like, I was gonna say fucking Israel. Jesus.
Wow.
That's the complete opposite. Ah! Italian. Or the French.
Oh, wow. All right. Going towards the French. I love it.
Well, I mean, wasn't I making fun of British people last time?
We were, yeah.
Bottle of water.
They just
trousers.
They just say things funny.
I'm sorry, British people.
I'm sorry, but at the same time,
I just love clowning your accents. You guys have full on permission to clown ours.
For sure, but at the same time, I mean, also their cuisine.
You're right.
Have you seen their Chinese food, right?
It's disgusting.
I know. There's so much curry sauce.
All of the spices y'all fucking... all of the spices y'all freaking captured just to not use them.
My main beef with it, though, is that out of all those videos, it always looks cold.
Yes.
Their food always looks cold. I don't understand it.
That makes sense. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Every fucking time. All right. Let me get back into this.
Sorry.
No, I kind of sidetracked myself. In the first days of the disappearance, a young agent and friend of the Orlandis named Guilo Gengi. A lot of these names are going to be butchered. I won't lie to you.
Did you at least try to look him up?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I did. Started the investigation and interviewed 2 police officers who were near the bus stop. Both officers confirmed that they both saw a girl that potentially resembled Emanuela talking to a man who was holding a Avon cosmetic bag. Though the 2 cops couldn't agree on what time this happened. One of the cops placed this happening just before her music classes, while the other cop placed this happening at around 7 p.m. According to the police, the man was driving a dark green BMW. Gangi managed to track down the car, which was being repaired by a mechanic, because apparently one of the windows had been broken from the inside. Gangi found the car had belonged to a woman. However, Gangi could not dig deeper as he was removed from the investigation by his own superiors.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
One of the most complicated things is that, like, people... A lot of theories were... God, there were so many theories on this case. But I only put 3 down. What?
I was expecting it to be hot for some reason, like telepathically it would warm up to me.
Tell your cup to warm up?
We need to have those little cup warmers, you know, the little...
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I genuinely was just expecting it to be... For some reason, because I can feel the tiredness already.
Oh, man. Oh, but...
Okay.
Because
I apologize.
there are so many theories on this case alone that there's, like, so many powers at play that make things so complicated.
Like, by powers, you mean, like cops and shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, superiors?
Yeah.
Government?
Yeah. That's why, like, when I was reading this, I was like, from that moment, I'm like, that's already fucking suspicious. Like, he wasn't even that far into his investigation, mm-hmm. but was immediately pulled out. Like, this was fresh. Mm-hmm. Like a fresh case. And it was weird.
That's really weird.
Yeah. On Saturday the 25th at around 6 p.m., the Orlandi family received a call from a man and his fiancée who had apparently seen Emanuela. The man mentioned her flute, her hair, and her glasses that Emanuela never liked wearing. It was around this time Italian Secret Service visited the Orlandis and told them to start recording any incoming calls. In July, the family would receive calls from an anonymous man who would later be called the American. The man claimed to be calling on behalf of a terrorist organization that was holding Emanuela prisoner and would return her in exchange for a Turkish man named Mehmet Ali, who shot the Pope in 1981. As proof that they had her, the American played a recording of her voice over the phone. On August 4th, 1983, a written statement from the organization calling itself the Turkish Anti-Christian Liberation Front, or would later be referred to as the Turkish, claimed to have Emanuela and would give up her in exchange for the same guy, Ali, Mehmet Ali, but they showed no evidence of her captivity. Due to the growing numbers of calls, the Secret Service directed any incoming calls to a lawyer named Giordano Igiro, who had a long career in internal affairs, terrorism, and international crimes. In the following months, whenever the American called, the lawyer always attempted to make a deal for Emanuela or even just proof of her well-being. However, of course, no proof could ever be obtained. Years later, the lawyer stated that the lack of their evidence demonstrated no real kidnapping. On December 24th of 1983, just 6 months after the disappearance, Pope John Paul II visited the Orlandis and told them the case, quote, the case of Emanuela is a case of international terrorism, unquote. And that, quote, the Holy See is doing as much as humanly possible to have a positive ending, unquote. Years later, Pietro, the older brother, commented that, quote, from that moment, instead, the Pope allowed silence to surround the Emanuela case, unquote. 14 years later, in 1997, the investigation was dismissed by the public prosecutors of Rome due to the lack of any new evidence and classified the theory of Emanuela's kidnapping by international terrorists a misdirection.
They barely did anything.
In 2013, just a few days after being elected, Pope Francis met with the Orlandi family after Mass and told them that, quote, Emanuela is in heaven, unquote. Oh. Implying that she had been dead for quite some time.
Jesus.
According to the family, the statement was proof that the Holy See knew what really happened to Emanuela, despite the Vatican claiming over many years that it had no involvement in the matter. Pietro asked many times to speak with Pope Francis to gather more info, but the Vatican never replied to him. And now, just after 40 years after her disappearance, on January 9th, 2023, this actually shocked the shit. When I was doing this, the notes, I didn't know they... I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Let me stop myself.
Okay.
The Vatican opened its official investigation on the case. So they just reopened it this year.
Yeah. About a year ago now.
Yeah.
It's about to be December.
Yeah. I had no idea that even happened. Mm-hmm. When I picked the case, I was like, all right, this sounds interesting.
And then you just realize, oh my gosh, there's new information.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know if that's well-timed or not.
If there is an update, you have to revisit the story.
Oh, absolutely.
With the update.
I absolutely will. Okay, there we go.
My bad.
The Vatican opened its first official investigation on the case, with Pope Francis appointing head prosecutor Alessandro Ditti to lead. The Vatican plans to conduct a complete review that will re-examine all files, reports, and testimony, and that on June 25th, Pope Francis remembering the 40th anniversary, extended prayers to the family, which was the first time since 1983 that a pope publicly mentioned Emanuela. The family took the Pope's message pretty well and thought of it as a step forward towards transparency. For now that we talked about the disappearance, it's time that we get into the theories of the shady shit that surrounds the case.
That was it.
That's literally like the whole fucking timeline.
Wow.
Because I'm telling you, I think because of that cop being taken off the case, we could have gotten more. I think more could have been done immediately.
And it makes me think that the church is behind something.
There's clearly some external force, a powerful force that just took him out. Did not want him investigating any further because he was on the right track.
I agree.
There's a lot of theories surrounding the case, but due to how big it is and the parties at play, I'm only going to cover 3. Uh-huh. So theory number 1, the Turkish and the KGB. At around the mid-2000s, an Italian prosecutor named Fernando Impensimotto suggested that Emanuela, as an adult, was living in a Muslim community, and that she had probably even lived in Paris for a long time. 10 years later, Muhammad Ali declared that she was alive and was kidnapped by the Bulgarian agents of the Grey Wolves. He said that she's living safely in a convent somewhere in Central Europe. No clues can be found of the Turkish, neither Italian authorities or international intelligence agencies believed they ever existed. In 2008, a former agent named Gunter Boschnak said that the Secret Service of East Germany used the Orlandi case to create false connections between Muhammad Ali and the Grey Wolves. That was meant to divert attention to the theory that Muhammad was involved with the secret services of Bulgaria as he prepared to assassinate Pope John. Gunter claimed that the connection and orders most likely came from the KGB. Theory number 2, a serial killer at the Vatican. In 2000s, Judge Otello Lupaci and journalist Max. I
want to see. Can I see real quick?
Parisi, my bad.
Whatever.
English is not my first language.
Okay, Christine.
That's fucking terrible.
This is the only one that could actually speak English, man.
What do you mean?
You can't even speak spinach.
I can't even speak English properly.
You're right. I feel like
I mumble my words like crazy, especially if I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading out loud
sucks.
Yeah, we'll get used to it though.
Eventually.
Trust me, because I feel like compared to the first episode, you have gotten a little bit better. A little bit better. I feel like one thing that helps is reciting your stories before saying it on the podcast. I
like doing it raw, just like as authentic as I can get it.
My tummy made noise. It's the coffee.
Didn't hear anything.
It's the, whatever. It's the coffee.
I feel like if you don't point it out, no one's gonna hear it. But you just. But
I feel like I feel like if you do hear it, I'll just get embarrassed. I left my Pepto-Bismol pills at home.
I think we might have some here, but I'm not sure.
It's delicious.
It gets grittier as you drink it.
I like it. The dirtier, the better.
The dirtier, the better. Alright, so both of these studied over 12 cases over 12 cases of young girls going missing or murdered in Rome between 1982 and 1990. They hypothesized that all of these girls were victims of a serial killer due to how similar each case was and how close it was to the city of Rome. Some of these killings included the murders of 3 major unsolved cases in Italy. The unsolved case of Katie Sicuro, Simonita, and Marella. According to this theory, the killer lured the girls with job offers, like selling Avon products. They would proceed to Wow, I cannot fucking speak. Holy shit.
They would proceed.
I'm gonna edit this out.
You got this. You got this, friend.
Woo, woo. Wow, I'm sorry.
I believe in you.
They will proceed to kidnap them and kill them.
Nice. I mean, no, not nice.
Yeah, I see them. Holy shit.
I feel so bad. This is what happens when I'm sleep deprived. Oh my god.
That's great.
Now I gotta be careful with my fake lashes, man.
Whew.
I hate being a girl. A femme presenting person.
Oh my god. 2 cases. Gregory and Emanuela, Jesus, were the only 2 minors on those lists.
Of the girls that died?
Yeah. So out of all the 12 cases, they were both minors.
She was like, what, 15, 16?
15 at the time. And were the only victims that have never been found. 2 bodies have never been found.
Damn.
And this one is going to be driving your whole thing home. Okay. You're going to like this. Okay. You're going to like this last one.
What do you mean I'm going to like it?
Well, because your gut already knows, basically. You're basically being vindicated here.
Yeah.
So number 3, the Vatican sex scandal theory.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was such an ugly noise I made. But I'm not surprised. Hold up.
You already basically knew.
This is my non-Roman Empire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is your Vatican.
Dude, the amount of sex rings that are just everywhere, it's disgusting.
They're going on churches? My fucking god.
Remember when Republicans were going all crazy over the Pizzagate theory?
What?
Pizzagate.
I've heard a lot of gates, not that one.
The Pizzagate is basically like how they would like have like child sex rings like in pizza shops, like Chuck E. Cheese and shit like that.
I'm not surprised,
and like Republicans, something. I don't really remember much of it. I'll look for it after the episode, but it's crazy that like they had like so many conspiracy theories regarding like, and they called it Pizzagate because of stuff like that.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
All right, so to start this theory off, some investigators were already having doubts of Emanuela's abduction because she was last seen on one of Rome's busiest streets in full daylight.
Ooh.
It would have been unrealistic that she was taken by force and without noticing.
That makes sense.
So this led investigators to conclude that it was more realistic that Emanuela went with someone that she already knew. It's also worth noting...
Or she trusted.
That when the Turkish tried to show proof that they had Emanuela, they showed a photocopy of her music school membership card, which its archives fell under the jurisdiction of the Vatican. So they can only get it through the Vatican. Which means they just fucking printed it out like a fucking picture. It made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Just to sum it up, basically.
Yeah.
In May 2012, Chief Exorcist Father Gabriel Amorth claimed that Emanuela was a victim of a group of pedophiles. According to Gabriel,
That's what they all say. Womp womp.
A member of the Vatican police was recruiting young girls for sex parties, and apparently officials of an unnamed foreign embassy were involved. These allegations resurfaced in 2016 when a testimony from a friend of Emanuela claimed that some months before her disappearance, she told her friend that she had been molested by someone, by quote, someone close to the Pope, unquote, in the Vatican gardens on several occasions.
Dude, her friend will be like, pick a number.
I think she has...
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said, pick a number.
Dude, that's
No,
fucked up.
no, like her friend is telling her, like, pick a number, like, how, like, because you weren't the first one that was molested, like, come on.
Oh, get
that's
behind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, but still.
I mean, it's still fucked up. Only I can make a joke like that, okay? I'm a fellow survivor. Only I can make jokes like that.
So I'm going to close this out with a quote from the Vatican's exorcist, Father Gabriel, who said, quote, "This was a crime with a sexual motive. Parties were organized with the Vatican secret police acting as the recruiter of the girls. The network involved diplomatic personnel from a foreign embassy to the Holy See. I believe Emanuela's ended up as a victim of the circle." Unquote.
Okay, but why do all these fathers know? Like, it makes no sense. Why would they know all this info?
He's guessing.
Yeah, I know, but...
He's having a hunch that...
But still, why would you put your 2 cents into it? It really doesn't make sense. Like, nobody asked for your opinion? I don't know. Is that mean to say? I feel like it...
I think he just wants her to be found.
Well, no, duh, but, like, why is... I don't know, man. Because
I
feel like...
Not every priest is like this.
Yeah.
So I think
maybe it's because I have...
You're having a bit of a bias here.
Yeah, I am. If I'm being honest, I am very biased, and that's something that I am trying to get over, because I know that not all religious leaders are crappy, but at least a couple that I have met are crappy.
I think this one, this exorcist, Father Gabriel is just trying to shed light that, hey, the Vatican does have a lot of scandals. He's like, it's not too far off.
It makes
that
sense.
She could be here, because as far as we know, that those like terrorist organizations that claimed to have her had a photocopy of her ID, which made no sense.
Yeah.
That can only be obtained through the Vatican, and that they clearly had no evidence that they had her. So he's saying that the most likely scenario in this is that she clearly went with somebody that she knew on the day that she disappeared, and it's most likely here. As far as we know. The case is still, now that it's reopened this year, I'm going to try to keep an eye out, see what they find. But if they don't find anything, I'm going to be really fucking upset.
I think you can get Google alerts, like, when it comes to stuff like that. Like, you can somehow be able to do that, where you can get alerts when new updates come up.
Yeah.
That is a thing. That's really interesting. That has my head scratching a lot. That was pretty short, but
I think it's because I went through it a little fast.
You speak. I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
But I think it's also that.
Don't beat yourself up about it. It happens.
But this whole Vatican thing, I think, also furthered the point of the powerful plays coming at hand here.
Yeah.
Where as the investigator got closer to that BMW, I think the Vatican said, "Hey, get him off the case. Take him out. He's getting too close."
Yeah. That's sad.
I think so, yeah.
And he didn't want to continue in doing his own solo investigation or hire a private investigator?
From what I can find, no. Well, the family, I think, did hire a private investigator, but it led nowhere, basically. A lot of this led nowhere during those early years.
Either they can't find anything or they're being hushed.
I think they just couldn't find anything. But now, I think... I don't know. I'll have to keep looking at it now.
Yeah.
Just keep, updated. Maybe look back on
Because I feel like... Look, if the first investigator was able to get somewhere, what's stopping a private investigator from getting somewhere as well? Unless they're
being observed this whole time. Remember that the Italian Secret Service was also with the family at that point, too.
Yeah.
So even if they did hire a private investigator, I wouldn't doubt...
Or they could also be paid off to...
Yeah.
To give false information, too. Which is still pretty scummy.
If you're having the Italian government basically help you, something's a little weird.
Yeah, like why for this person and
for
not
one
for other people? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It makes no sense at all.
There's a lot of shady shit. My son.
It is your turn.
But that wraps up my case. I gotta really try to not speak so fast.
That's crazy though. It's a really good story though.
It is.
I liked it. I like it a lot. And I've actually, dude.
I think you're gonna love the next week's episode.
I've never heard of that ever at all.
Mm-mm.
It's freaking weird. Ooh, hold up. Let me take a picture of this because I think I just stumbled across. What is that thing called? Like La Llorona, a folktale?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, so. Now it's time for my story. I'm here with the spooks. If I'm being honest, dude, when we do our whole spiel, we do true crime first because it's usually pretty heavy. Mm-hmm. And then we bring the spooks out after so that we can crack jokes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a complete opposite. I know that yours is bad, but I think mine's is a little bit worse. Which, I mean, I'm not saying that my eyelash is still here. What the heck? But, dude, this case is going to be pretty heavy, and I think even you're going to wince at it a couple times. Yeah. Okay. So, remember how I sent you that video of me going through, like, 150 pages of government files?
Yeah, that shit was whack.
Dude, I literally just skimmed through it, and I was just like, this is too much information. I can't do this all. So, basically, the story that I'm going to be telling y'all is the New Mexico State Penitentiary.
Okay.
It's a haunted... Is this the first prison?
This might be our first prison, yeah.
Yeah, because you did the first hospital, and then we did La Llorona, La Sayona.
Yeah, so most of it was, like, urban legends?
Yeah, we did mainly urban legends, and then Zombie Road, we did that one too.
Yeah. So our first, like, freeway?
Yeah.
Or highway?
No, it's like a... Well, yeah, I guess it used to be like a street... Or it used to be a road, obviously.
It's a road. We'll just call it
used to be a road, but now it's a hiking trail. It's a hiking trail now. Y'all can still visit it. Okay, so this is our first prison story, which is exciting.
Let's go! Incarceration!
But
Woo,
it's very heavy, dude. Okay, so just a trigger warning, I will be, it will have mentions, obviously, death, but, like, torture, mutilation, and rape.
Whoa.
Yeah. Are you really surprised it's prison?
No, it reminded me of one of the cases I was looking into.
Imagine if it's the same one.
No. God, it is not. Jesus fucking Christ. The information I was finding, I had to put my phone away. I was
really
disgusted what I was reading.
That's how I felt a little bit when it came to the otaku killer. Especially when it comes to innocent children.
Honestly, I'm not gonna say that, you know, like one case is higher than the other.
Yeah.
Like as like a superiority thing. But
I feel like it's only so much that we can handle, or how much not that we're desensitized to it, but literally just how much we can handle. Like there's certain triggers that you can't handle, and there's certain triggers that I can't handle.
It's not that that I couldn't handle it. It was just like, it was just disgusting what I was reading of that. What went on in this thing.
What was it taking place at? Was it Japan?
It involved the Japanese.
Oh, okay. Was it like a spook story or?
No, it's true crime.
Okay. Is it about the girl that was kidnapped by her 3 classmates?
No. What the fuck? No, okay. I don't know what that is, but okay. Maybe you should save that one.
Okay, I'll save that one. I won't say anything. If y'all know it,
I'm keeping mine as vague as possible because I need like a lot of time to research because there's so much.
So you're probably gonna be doing it little by little, researching it little by little.
And then I'll probably like one day I'll just surprise you with it. I'll hit you with it.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, like when we first started the podcast, we would tell each other what we were gonna do, and then now we just kind of don't. I feel like just because we're too busy that we don't care. And then finally, like I'll ask you when we're starting. Oh, what is it gonna be about? And then you'll just say something like dumb, like not. Like, you'll just say something small. Like, oh, it's just, like, a disappearance. And I'll be like, great. You know, that's it. Okay, so going back to the story. So, the New Mexico State Penitentiary, and it opened in 1885, so it's old as hell. Mm-hmm. And in the beginning of 1903, New Mexico became the first Western state to employ prisoners to build highways. Which is great.
Okay,
I think it's fantastic because it gives them jobs, gives them something to do. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like they go crazy, you know what I mean? because they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. And I didn't really write it down here because I got all of my... I'm going to say it now before I forget in the end. Let me go all the way to the end so I can give the credits. So, I read almost all of the government documents, which is over 150 pages. And, but I was able to get it all shortened down by this true crime investigator named Cody Polston. Polston. And he had written this down, like, in 2001.
True crime investigator.
He's a true crime and paranormal investigator, too.
Okay.
My bad. Well, he does a lot of stories, like, of true crime, but he also adds that. He has his own website, which is cool.
Okay.
I don't know if he still updates it. I'm gonna check out his profile, his website more. But basically, like, I got all of the information off of this guy because I love how neat he was, because he did the whole history of it, and then he did the spooks, and then what he experienced. And then, like, a couple of, like, the news things that popped up, right? But sadly for this, I wasn't able to find any pictures or any videos or nothing like that.
Yeah.
No spooky stuff. But I was able to get all of the info from him. But I will be saying stuff that I remember from what I read myself. But just letting you know, obviously, people in power, they take advantage. They don't care. So there was a lot of mistreatment of the prisoners because of, like, the wardens and stuff like that. So basically, like, so I'll be going over that little by little. So apparently the early prison industry in New Mexico produced bricks, and there was 3 riots that ensued in this prison, and the last one ended up being the worst of all. So I'm just gonna go in order of the riots that they had. So, on July 19, 1922, prisoners rioted against overcrowding, the use of excessive force by the prison authorities, and mediocre food. Food is food, dude. I don't blame them at all.
But it's like, it's...
Yeah.
They do have it bad.
Yeah. When the inmates refused to return to their cells, 2 tower guards opened fire, killing 1 inmate and injuring 5 others. Random fun fact, my older sister is a correctional officer.
I thought you were going to say incarcerated.
No.
I don't know why.
No, she's a correctional officer. I don't know how she does it. I wanted to be a correctional officer, and then I realized I probably could not handle that.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just be morticians. Like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, be morticians.
Fuck yeah. Just own our own business. Fuck yeah.
High five.
Like, oh yeah, he's dead. Send him away.
No, but yeah, I wanted to ask her a couple questions about it, but then I realized all of them I could have just Googled them. So.
Okay.
And then I did ask her, but then she wanted to be over a phone call, and I had anxiety, so I said, no, thank you.
Just text.
Yeah, literally, like, she could have just texted me everything, and then she's like, well, I can't give you any info on prisoners. I was like, that's not what I said. Read my message. I just wanted to know, what do you do in situations like, if there's a riot? What do you guys do now? You know, because this thing was so bad, they had to change a lot of things. And I wanted to know, because this is the deadliest, the last riot that I'm going to share is the deadliest and most brutal riot in U.S. correctional history, dude. This is the worst in U.S. correctional history. Like, it's beyond crazy. So, obviously, things had to change. So, I wanted to know now, like, in modern day, if a riot were to ensue like this, what are your precautions? What do you guys do to ensure the safety of prisoners, you know, like, and, you know, for yourselves as well. But I was just like, I don't need to go that far because I'm doing a spooky story. So, yeah. So they, you know, were rioting over mediocre food and the excessive force and overcrowding. And when the inmates refused to return to their cells, 2 tower guards opened fire, killing 1 inmate and injuring 5 others. The report after the riot explained that the prison guards were to blame for the lack of experience and failure how to control a prison population. And then the second riot took place on my birthday.
Woo!
Before I was born.
Oh.
June 15, 1953.
Damn.
Yeah. Inmates, yeah. Inmates protested excessive force again and seized Deputy Warden Ralph Tahash and 12 guards holding them hostage. So they literally held 13 people hostage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, the guards killed 2 inmates and wounded many others. It didn't give me an exact number. And because of this, the original facility was abandoned And construction in 1956 became of something called the main unit, so they moved everybody over there. The third riot is the most infamous, like I said earlier, most violent and deadliest in all U.S. correction history. In a little over 2 days, 33 inmates were killed, and 12 officers were held hostage by prisoners who had escaped from the cell blocks in the main unit. The riot did not have a plan, leadership, and lacked, they didn't have like any goals. Literally, like it was literally on a whim, dude.
Fuck.
They literally did this thing on a whim. I was watching. I didn't have this on the notes, but I'm remembering from the small stuff that I do know.
Mm-hmm.
They were interviewing one of the prisoners that was there at the time. He was like this old man, and he was going back. Because now you get to do like ghost tours, kind of in a way. You can do a tour of the prison.
I really hope we get to do something like that.
I would love to do something like that.
What I've always wanted to do.
Alcatraz.
You fucking already know it. When
Nicole went, I was so jelly. Shut up! Who's texting me?
It all circles back to fucking Zach Bagel Bites.
Zach Bagel Bites.
When me, my brother, and my sister, we first watched Ghost Adventures, like when they only had like 2 seasons out on Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. They went to Alcatraz. I was like, I have one goal, and it's to just go there and ghost hunt, like really fucking late at night. I really want to do it.
Well, they do night tours too. I feel like I would love to do a day tour and a night tour. Like, yeah, it would be expensive, but I would love to just do both so that I can see everything during the day, but then also feel
Experience
the creeps at night. Yeah. I think that'll be super cool. We should do that one day.
I'm so fucking down. You have no idea how down I am.
Should we plan it for next year?
I wouldn't say next year.
The year after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. 2025.
Bet.
I'm fucking down.
We get an Airbnb. Mm-hmm. Pack Nicole up at Daisy.
I don't think Nicole would go. Daisy, probably, yeah.
I think Nicole would go.
Nicole would go during the day, not the night.
Yeah, probably not the night. But then I feel like she'd worry too much about being in the Airbnb by herself. Mm-hmm. So she might go with us.
It's worth
unless
it's a talk.
Unless it's a hotel room, which I feel like might be a little bit more safe.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to just talk it out.
Yeah, we'll have to talk it out.
Or maybe she'll talk to us after hearing this part of the episode.
Yeah. But okay, going back. So the prisoner was literally saying that like he was in the main cell unit, and he literally said like it was on a whim. They were literally whispering, "If they leave the door unlocked, we're gonna book it and we're gonna do it."
I don't blame
them.
So
they literally did everything on a whim, and people were dead, and some prisoners like, I've never stabbed somebody before, I'm gonna try it, and then they would stab like a dead body just because they wanted to feel just because they want to know what it would feel like.
I've never stabbed before. Hey man, come over here real quick. Try this shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it called? So, like, and this thing took a little over 2 days.
Fuck.
I literally told you that. Like, it literally took a little bit over 2 days. 33 inmates were killed. 12 officers were held hostage. And eventually, when the state police decided to raid it, they didn't really have much of a fight because by then the riot had died down. And the majority of them had surrendered. So the 33 men who were murdered were brutally butchered, dismembered, and decapitated. And some were also hung on cells and burned alive.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Hold up. Oh my god, hold up. I'm so sorry. I forgot something really bad. Really important.
You know what? I think I'm going to use this actual excuse to go use the restroom real quick.
Okay, insert funny music here.
No, I'm just going to cut it out. Don't worry about it.
Whatever. Oh yeah. So look at this is the takeover, dude. And it's literally like a freaking timeline of what happened.
Holy shit, that's a big ass prison.
Yeah, well, all prisons are pretty huge, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna go too crazy into it. I just want to show you that quick little picture. Mm-hmm. But, dude, it's freaking crazy. The 33 men who were murdered were brutally butchered, dismembered, and decapitated. Mm-hmm. Some were hung on the cells and burned alive. And that section of the prison was closed in 1998 and is now referred to as Old Main for some reason. I don't know why. And then apparently at that time, the emergency room at St. Vincent Hospital was overwhelmed with over 100 inmates that were injured. And some were severely beaten and others were suffering from drug overdoses. And then a lot of the injuries as well involved like sexual assault. They were raped, sodomized, and everything. 8 of the 12 guards who were taken hostage were also treated for injuries. And it's surprising that they were not killed.
Really?
Yeah, it's literally surprising that they were not killed at all. I was surprised when I found out that all of the officers survived and the inmates died. Like, what the hell? Okay, so we're gonna talk about the issues now regarding the prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
The prison was severely understaffed and only had 25 correctional employees present, caring for 1,157 inmates.
I was gonna say 25 for that size of the prison, fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
Holy
exactly. Hell. And the riot started early morning on February 2nd. The guards entered dormitory E2 on the south side to do their nightly head counts. The dormitory actually contained several maximum security inmates because their cell block was being renovated at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The guards did not lock the entrance of the dormitory so the inmates charged the guards and managed to subdue them quickly and take them hostage. And literally, dude, all of that happened within minutes. They managed to take the keys from the officers and they freed fellow prisoners. They smashed their way into the main control center and gained access to every part of the main penitentiary building. Another thing is that they had a small section with women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that they didn't get hurt or anything at all. There was female guards that were watching over the women's section, and it was a very small section. I'm pretty sure they were able to get them out to safety because none of them were hurt from what I know of. I mean, obviously, I'm sad that everybody was hurt, but I feel like if the woman, it was
if they got a hold of any of them, they would have gotten way worse.
Yeah. So the guard on duty ended up fleeing, and he left behind the keys, and they opened most of the prison gates and doors. The inside of the prison quickly became a nightmare, and violence ensued. Inmates had ripped out plumbing fixtures, flooding parts of the building, as well as raiding the infirmary and taking drugs immediately, like it happened. So there's kind of like the map that I showed you of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, like, they have timestamps of everything. They literally have timestamps of everything, which I wish I could have. I wish I had the time to go over it, like, one by one.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because, like, if you really pay attention to it, like, some of the stuff happened between, like, less than 10 minutes. And the first thing that they raided was literally the infirmary to get the drugs. Because they wanted to get high and they wanted to, get it. And at that time, there was a couple of prisoners there and a pharmacy tech, I believe. And the pharmacy tech had locked themselves in a small room with, like, the 3 inmates that were there. Yeah, they were hiding, like, it was bad, dude. Really bad. The riot escalated and the violence, was even worse. Inmates who were gang members started hunting their enemies. And sometime around 8 a.m. that Saturday morning, they began using power tools to gain access to cell block 4, which housed the snitches and other inmates in protective segregation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's
so, if I'm going, let me quickly look back at that little thing that I was looking at real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Where is it at? I know that there was literally, like, an area where the hospital was broken into, yada yada yada. There's literally, like, they had managed to break into, like, a tool room type of way, and because they were renovating, they had left their tools there because no prisoners were supposed to be there, obviously.
Yeah.
They had left their tools. They literally had, like, torches that could, like, break apart the iron bars, and they had saws that could break apart, so they used those tools. Yeah, it was.
This is awfully timed.
Yeah. And then, like, I kind of had a feeling who was in protective segregation, so, like, I googled it, and protective segregation has everybody. At first I mainly thought that they were, like, pedophiles, because obviously they would get murdered like that.
Yeah, even, like, in today's prison, like,
exactly.
It sucks that they're protected, but they are protected for a reason, because every fucking inmate just hates them. Obviously. Obviously.
That's the worst thing you can do ever.
And you know what? I do love that, though, that it's on site.
Yeah. So for protective segregation, it usually has young prisoners, older prisoners, obviously, like, people that did sex crimes, and then, like, snitches too and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, the majority of the snitches got the worst of it, though. One inmate was hung from the upper tier of the cell block. So basically, the cell block is like those old school ones where like the bottom were all cells, and then they had like a catwalk on top, and there were more cells on top.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why like they had the little bars, and they were able to hang, like
prisoners or whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another one was decapitated. Some were brutally tortured and mutilated. And I thought you were gonna.
No.
Stop.
No.
My bad. There were also a lot of rapes, stabbings, beatings, and many, many overdoses. Most of the inmates had escaped outside the walls by the time the riot was over. And early Saturday morning, inmate leaders began negotiating. Ambulances were finally able to shuttle the injured and the dead to the St. Vincent Hospital. And smoke was pouring outside of the gym.
Okay.
It was complete and utter chaos. Eventually, it became known that there was no official leader in the plan. Like I said earlier, it was literally all on a whim. But I guess the inmates were able to band together and come up with like 11 demands. And it ranged to concern necessary prison conditions like overcrowding, inmate discipline, educational services, and improving food, which was valid.
Mm-hmm.
And like something that I didn't write on here is that they had changed wardens very often, but there was one warden that all of the prisoners liked and respected. Like the correctional officers really liked this warden, even the prisoners liked this warden, and this warden was able to have like education for the prisoners and jobs and helping them with,
so like treating them like humans basically.
Yes, exactly. And just stuff like that. And then the warden that ended up replacing him cut all that out and decided to implement a snitching system. So that's why that cell block was specifically for the snitches. And then people were upset because all of the benefits that they had before were kind of like getting taken away.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like one of the main reasons they rioted.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah. They also wanted witnesses there when they were saying their demands. And the witnesses were federal officials and the news media. So guards that were held hostage were finally released, and some of the guards were protected by the inmates. And others were brutally beaten. And I think that's super cool, too, that, like, some of the inmates did protect some of the guards that they did respect. Because, I don't know, I like watching, like, crazy, like, videos, like, on security.
Yeah.
And I've seen, like, a whole bunch. There was one that I saw where there was this guy that was a correctional officer getting jumped by a prisoner. And then, like, 3 other prisoners literally, like, held that guy down. And they protected the correctional officer. Because it was, like, this old chubby guy and everything. So, like, there's no way in how he's going to defend himself against, like, this taller, more muscular, like, gangbanger or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, no, like, they were literally able to, like, defend him. And they told him, like, get away, like, step aside, like, let us handle them. It's super cool. Like, I feel like that level of respect you have to have,
Yeah. It's nice, actually.
Yeah, and it's also really hard, too, because I used to be a criminal justice major. So one of the main things that they told us, especially, like, as a female, is that don't try to go in to the, how do I say it? To the area, like, your hard ass, basically. Because automatically, they're going to turn off and they're not going to like you. Like, if you treat them with respect, they'll treat you with respect. And that's something that I get a lot.
Yeah.
I really get it.
Have you ever seen the Boondocks?
Huh?
Have you ever seen the Boondocks?
I have not, but I've heard of it.
So,
I'm gonna get comfy again.
No, go for it. In one of the episodes, they try to they do like that Scared Straight program. and so like they go to a prison, but like a prison riot breaks out, and the prisoners are making demands. And so when you were listing out the demands, like, it was actually, it's normal. They're asking for better food and conditions and shit like that.
Yeah.
But in the Boondocks episode, they just go, our demands, we want bitches, white bitches, Asian bitches, West Indian bitches, East Indian bitches.
What? A variety, I guess.
Yeah, like, they're just listing out variety. It's so fucking hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I'm gonna add this part in, but it was so fucking funny.
I bet. Shoot.
Oh,
you gotta show me that clip after.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, hold up. Going back, because this one kind of sucks. A journal reporter said, quote, One was tied to a chair, another laid naked on a stretcher, blood pouring from a head wound, unquote.
Shit.
Yeah. Negotiations broke off at 1 a.m. Sunday, but before any promises could be met, the riot had basically died down. Because literally all the drugs that they were in their system were like... So physically they were like, you know, like calming down a bit.
Yeah.
Later Sunday morning, inmates began to leave the prison, seeking refuge where the National Guard waited with M16s. Black inmates led the escape from the smoldering building and stayed in large enough groups to defend themselves from other inmates. And by 1:30 p.m. Sunday, the violence had subsided and spent itself. Like I don't know why I wrote it twice, my bad.
You're good.
But police and National Guard were there to retake the prison, and it was with barely any resistance.
Mm-hmm.
After the riot, new facilities were constructed to the north and to the south of the main prison. And the new prison facilities were also built near La Cruces, Los Lunas, and Grants to ease the overcrowding issue. Eventually, the inmates were moved to these prisons, and former Governor Gary Johnson closed the main facility in 1998. And then I put, finally, time for the spooky stuff, and then I put the smiley face. Dude, that thing was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And I didn't go...
In depth?
I did not go in depth because, like I said, it was 150 pages worth of government documents of this stuff. Yeah. It was crazy. And then what's eerie, too, is that they had, like, it's literally just, like, a scan of the paper.
Yeah.
A black and white scan, but when I would look at the pictures, it would literally have pictures of, like, actual people or, like, the actual places.
Yeah.
But they just look so creepy because of how bad quality it was, like, the scanning. So I'm just like, this stuff looks weird.
I remember you showed me, like, a couple pictures. I think even, like, after, like, our last recording session for the bonus.
Yeah.
I think you showed me, and I was like, it did look creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, there was this guy that recorded, like, he was silent recording, and he went to a tour.
Yeah.
And he was, like, literally just recording anything. It literally just looks like an abandoned prison you see, like, in a movie. But the thing is that abandoned prison has been used in a lot of films.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm not going to tell you what films, because I did not pay attention.
I was going to ask, I hope you jotted down any of those, but...
No. I'm sorry.
No, you're... Damn.
Okay. Finally, time for the spooks. Okay. So apparently the facility is still used for training by correctional officers and National Guardsmen, but the main thing they see are shadow-like figures and the smell of burning flesh.
Gross.
And I googled what burning flesh smells like, and it smells like leather, burning leather.
I feel like our search histories are gonna be like tainted. Because you have burning flesh, and then I had to look up the suicide hotline for my story next week.
Oh my god.
So, I got like a lot of like ads that were just like, if you need help.
Jesus.
I got a lot of BetterHelp ads. Dude! I got so many.
Dude, I've been getting a lot of ads from that one. It's not BetterHelp, but it's like a small little therapy thing where you can play Minecraft or you can play Animal Crossing and you can have like a therapy session while playing. And I was just like, what the heck? And out of curiosity, I wanted to join at least one. And it was like $30 a week. And I was like, no thanks.
Oh, fuck that.
Like, that's a lot just for me to play. I was like, might as well, like, why am I going to pay to play with friends? No. Okay, going back to the spooks. The ghosts are mainly active in cell blocks 3 and 4, the tool room, and the laundry room.
Okay.
Cell block 3 was the maximum security ward, which also contained the solitary confinement cell. The activity reported here includes unexplainable noises, a burning flesh or death smell, doors that open and close by themselves, which is freaky as hell because they're like big ass heavy doors, you know? Sorry, I was gonna reread the burning flesh or death smell.
Just to reiterate, you know, burning flesh.
Lights that turn on and off without an apparent cause. And cell block 4 was the area housing the snitches. Dude, when you enter the cell block, you're met with marks on the floors where the inmates were decapitated. I saw, there was these ghost hunters. I don't know if Ghost Adventures did a episode on it. I'm pretty sure they did.
No, exact.
But I did not watch it. There's this one thing. I think they're literally called paranormal investigators. Mm-hmm. And I loved them so much. I like them more than Ghost Adventures. I saw their whole thing on YouTube. No, not on YouTube. On Hulu. Literally, like, they only had one episode. At least on Hulu. Only one episode. And it was this episode.
Just, wow. Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
Like, because I watched the episode, I did all my information on this, you know? Like, I was inspired by it. Dude, these motherfuckers are crazy. You think Zach Bagel Bites is crazy? These motherfuckers are crazy. They're crazy. They mess with the spirits so much to rile them up.
I don't know. I don't think nothing beats that one clip of Zach where he's like, I think he said it to me too, where Zach's in that bathroom. He's like, haha, like.
No.
No?
No. And I'll explain to you in a bit.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna just shut up.
So, what's it called? So, basically, like, if you want, I can send you the link to it or whatever so you can see it. For the people that are watching, if you go on Hulu and if you watch Paranormal, what is it called? Oh, my bad, not Paranormal Investigators. It's called Extreme Paranormal, my bad. It's literally only one episode, but they have, like, 3 stories in one episode. I really recommend y'all watch it. I know my aunt wanted to watch it, but she doesn't have Hulu, so I'll watch it with you. I'll watch it with you, Tia. I'll go to your house and I'll watch it with you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. But, dude, these dudes are crazy. I mean, if you don't like the occult, there's one person that's really into the occult. So he does crazy stuff. Circles, rituals.
Oh, so he's going as far as he can.
Dude. This guy was fucking insane. So, oh my god. He's just... And then I tried to Google where they are now. I couldn't find the social media for 2 of them. I couldn't find anything about them at all.
They just don't exist?
I guess not. I searched up their full names.
What if they're the ghosts?
Who knows?
Ooh.
And then I searched up another person. I searched up because it was 3 guys. Uh-huh. And I searched up the last person. He does have an Instagram and he's verified, but he's a comedian and he does a lot of comedy for like parents, like comedy like regarding parents and like parenthood and everything.
Okay.
So that's basically like the comedy he centers on. I'm like, man, so I miss when you were a ghost hunter. Yeah, it's super weird. Okay, but yeah, like, and I was looking and you could literally see like the marks on the floor, like of them being decapitated, like of the tools.
Fuck.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and it's because of, like, the power tools. And you could also see, dude, there's outlines of scorch marks where other inmates were burned alive with propane cutting torches.
Oh.
Dude, you know how, like, the cliche, like, when somebody dies, they put, like, the white tape around?
Yeah. Like the chalk
cliche
outline?
Dude, literally, like, you can just see the scorch marks around the body.
Fuck.
And it's literally like the body in a fetal position. You can see the fetal position that this person was in. So
I don't know if it's fucked up to say that. I really want to go see it now.
Yeah.
Like out of like morbid curiosity, I really want to see it.
And the spooks you'll encounter here are similar to Cell Block 3, aka the funny noises, shadowy figures, and odd smells. And 23 of the 33 inmates that were killed died here, because the majority of them were the snitches. Makes sense. So before I move on to the laundry room, these guys, when they, like, I wish I got their names. I wish I wrote them down. But the 3 ghost hunters for Extreme Paranormal, what they did was so crazy. They literally got a saw and they tried to recreate that stressor to make the ghosts come out.
Are you
to bring that fear? Yes, dude.
Kidding?
Yes. And then one of the guys, he's into the occult, right? He literally laid down on top of the scorch marks of what one of the prisoners died in. He told his buddy to get the chalk and to go around it like that. And then he got like this gel-like lighter fluid. And he went, I think, inside it like around or outside it like around. I don't remember. Yeah. And then he lit it on fire. Or I think before he lit it on fire, he cut himself. And then he wrote... Oh, damn it, I took it off. Hold up.
He's an asshole. What?
Dude, hold up. Fuck? Dude, and this is super crazy too. He's all like, in order to have a bigger connection, giving blood helps a lot, right? But apparently when you give blood, you lose a little bit more of your soul in a way.
Yeah.
So what this motherfucker does is he cuts himself, literally, and he gets his blood, and he writes the death rune in the middle.
Wow.
In the middle with his blood. So like basically, if you see a peace sign
upside down.
Yeah, well, like a peace sign, just take away the circle.
Oh yeah, take away.
So yeah, it's like kind of like an upside down cross or whatever. But that's literally what a death rune is. Don't draw it. If you don't know what it means, I don't know what it means, so I don't draw it. But literally, like, so he drew that, and then he lit it on fire, so that he can, like I told you, recreate the stressors, like flames, you know, the saw and everything, and they're like yelling and they're like going crazy, like, we're gonna kill you and stuff.
So
like,
being as disrespectful as one could possibly be.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Exactly. So it was freaking crazy. And then in the end, in the end of the episode, I think they were able to see one shadow figure. I couldn't really tell.
I wouldn't.
And then they heard a whole bunch of noises. Like I heard a whole bunch of banging noises.
On their recordings?
Yeah, on their things.
Yeah.
We were able to hear like the banging noises, and they were all together, and then like there's nobody else that was doing them because they were together.
I wouldn't blame the spirits if they were fucking pissed on that.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, but I feel like a lot of the things that I learned with this, okay, so the person with the website that I got all the information from, his name is Cody, right?
Mm-hmm.
The homie Cody. He's a paranormal investigator, and he's all like, these paranormal stuff, they don't all happen like that. If they say it's high activity, it doesn't mean that everything is going to happen in one night.
Yeah.
Like, the more that you're there, you know, like, eventually, little by little, you're going to see, you know? But, like, just because, you know, like, it might be you're a paranormal investigator doesn't mean you're going to get so much activity in one night.
Yeah.
It might be one or two, or it might be none. You might not get anything at all,
mm-hmm.
you know? But the next day, you know, some spooks will come out, you know? So, yeah. So, I really like this Cody guy and the way that he puts, paranormal stuff, like, at the end. So, that's basically what happens in the snitches area, right? So, they were hella disrespectful, hella crazy, but they were my kind of crazy, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, but, I mean, at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't blame the people who own the building to immediately just stop allowing investigators to come in at that point. Like, I feel like they would... Well, yeah, they could use the money, but it's like... If they're setting shit on fire...
Well, it was contained. That's why. It was a contained fire.
Still.
You're right.
Like,
You're right.
It's... I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, and then I believe they also did, like, an infrared type of thingamabob.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I think they were able to see stuff, but at the same time, I feel like it wasn't very conclusive because one of them did have, like, the saw with him. So, like, the heat from it, I feel like, was, like, you know? But one of them ended up getting colder and colder and colder. Like, he ended up feeling chills. And then you could visibly see on the infrared camera his, like, his temperature just dropping. So I'm like, okay, that's really weird. Okay, so moving on to the laundry room. Mm-hmm. So the laundry room is an area where many murders occurred before the riot even took place. It's located in the labyrinth of the corridors that lie underneath the prison. These corridors happen to be linked to the gas chamber, many mechanical rooms, and the tool room where the inmates broke in and stole during the riot. Okay. The weird things that happen here is that you get heebie-jeebies, basically. That's the only way I could put it.
The heebie-jeebies?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the heebie-jeebies, like unusual feelings, and you'll hear whispers, which I don't like whispers at all. You might also spot more human-shaped shadows and get the burning flesh smell. Yeah. Okay. So the homie Cody was involved in 8 investigations, right?
Shout out to Cody.
Yeah, he kind of like kept coming back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he first visited this place to help it like assist in a contest. I guess it was like a radio station, and they were having a contest where they would dare people to stay locked in here.
Yeah.
For like a while, and then whoever was the last person standing would win like $1,000.
Okay.
So he was in there to like help out, and it wasn't labeled as haunted yet. So it was, like I just said, it was a dare show. So after a tour of the place, they took IR cameras, which is infrared, which I did not know that you can. How do I say it? Like make it smaller in a way, abbreviate it. There we go. IR cameras, which they're infrared cameras. And they took him down to solitary confinement in cell block C to monitor a contestant. But none of the contestants were there yet. They were just setting everything up.
Uh-huh.
And after a while, there was a distant sound of a cell door opening and closing. His friend Bob thought that the contestants were here, and as he grabbed his radio, it started moving frequencies by itself.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. They couldn't find the cause of the sound, and they tried recreating that noise by hitting the locked cell doors because everything was like locked for people's protection. because there were times where like people have gone in and then like they'll close by itself because it's old as hell. And, like it's kind of hard to get you out of it because they're old and they're rusty, you know.
Yeah.
So they're usually all locked. So they tried recreating the sound like by hitting the cell doors, and they could never recreate the sound. And then eventually they thought that the noise would be like upstairs, so they moved up onto the catwalk, and they still couldn't locate like the reason for the strange noise. And as they reached the end of the catwalk, they heard thumping moving across the ventilation pipe towards both of them, and it eventually stopped 3 feet in front of them. Which is weird because I literally heard that at work the other day.
Oh, man.
I was literally... Okay, so, like, unlike hospitals where you get your own bathroom, at a residential facility where I work at, there'll be, like, 2 rooms, and then there'll be, like, a bathroom between the 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Right? So, usually, like, the door to one room will be closed and the other one will be open because I'm going in and out of that room to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting the water ready so that I can clean a patient, right? And then I literally heard that out of nowhere. Like, I'm just waiting. And I never turn on the lights in the bathroom. Because, like, the bathrooms are small. They're literally, like, I don't know, like, the size of, like, what your wall is to the fridge to maybe here. Like,
okay.
They're really small. And then plus you have to fit in the sink and the toilet. You can barely fit a wheelchair in there. So I never have the need to turn on the light in there, at least. But I literally heard that, and it freaked me out. And I was like, I'm gonna step outside. But, yeah.
I know it's like kind of an unrelated note, but I had like this, like on the topic of like spooks and everything, on like November 2nd, you know, it's the Dia de los Muertos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had this like the little ofrenda right there.
Yeah.
Not the specific day, but when it turned to like November 3rd, like I think it was around, it might have been between 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. It's like, it was just the day after.
That's witching hour.
I know. So it was just after November 2nd, after the day. And I went to go use the restroom, and as I was coming back out, the entire house is dark, right? So I'm coming out, and I felt, and not only did I feel it, but I swear I saw it. Like a big shadow figure hovering over the ofrenda. But it didn't feel hostile.
Evil?
It didn't feel evil.
Maybe it was your family.
It might have been. I just remember seeing like the blob, and I was like, I walked past it, and I went, I looked back, and I swore I still saw it until I turned on the light, and I mean, obviously it disappeared. But I didn't feel like scared. It just felt comforting. It was comforting, and it was just there. I'm like,
oh, that is so sweet.
But then after, I was like, then I started freaking out.
Jesus.
Because I was like...
Yeah, of course you... Well, yeah, because you have trauma with the Shadow Man.
Yeah, but it was more like, holy shit. Like, I think it was more freaked out because it was just the day after Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
So I at that point, I was just freaking out. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Was it a full moon?
I don't know what moon. I don't know if Mercury was in retrograde. I don't know.
The Mercury's in the microwave.
Yeah, but all I know is that I don't know, like it felt weird.
Oh no, it wouldn't have been the full moon because it's barely the new moon today.
Oh shit.
So it takes a hot minute.
I forgot to like tell them, but I was like, maybe I was just tripping out. Maybe it was just too late.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Okay.
My bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to look back to where I was at. Yeah. So the ventilation, the thumping stopped 3 feet in front of them. So apparently they were reunited with the guards, and they tried to explain the things they encountered, like, kind of like, not that they were making excuses or trying to like debunk what they were saying, but they were like, oh well, if you're hearing this noise, it could have been that, and then they're like, no, it wasn't that, and then like, oh well, it could have been this, because at this time it wasn't classified as haunted yet, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why like guards are obviously trying to find an explanation because they're here all the time, and you know, stuff like that. But literally nothing was making sense. And the light bulb in one of the cell blocks was on, even though the prison had no electricity.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
weird.
That's fucking bizarre.
Yeah. So, Cody has a different conclusion regarding the Southwest Ghost Hunters Association. I didn't even know there was an association. You know what? If there's an association for aliens, why wouldn't there be an association for ghost hunters?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am.
So, dude, I would love to go to like a conspiracy con just for the fun of it.
It'd be full of weirdos, us included.
I know, but I'm just so dude. Imagine the freebies we can get, or the alien stickers.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
So he says that he believes that their judgment is influenced by ghost hunting and like paranormal shows, and how they want to find all these crazy things when in reality shit doesn't happen like that. He does believe that it's haunted, but not by the ghosts of the former inmates, but by the memory of the horrific events that have taken place there. There is a section like on the website of other encounters, and one of them is that a cameraman and a film crew, like for like one of the shows, because you know how like a lot of different people would go and film there for like movies and shows.
Yeah.
He ended up following a figure who went into the bathroom only for it to be completely empty when he walked inside.
Oh shit.
I don't know why, but empty bathrooms freak me out.
I can see why.
Especially in the dark.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then, oh my god, I feel like I always go back on TikTok when I see scary stuff. That's like my number one source.
They have a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah. Well, there was one time where I believe it was a guy, he was recording, and then you just hear like a blood-hurling scream from the bathroom. And it's from the woman's bathroom. He goes in there, it's empty, dude. It's fucking empty. He goes in each and every single stall. There wasn't even stall doors, I believe. Because it was like those bathrooms that are like hella broken and messed up. And it was quiet as soon as he walked inside. As soon as he was about to walk inside, it shuts up. And he's looking inside and he's talking, nobody, no noise, no nothing. And then he leaves again and starts screaming again.
Have you ever seen those videos of like people exploring the woods, and then they hear like blood screams? Like people claim that it's like witches like out in the woods. And
I think I've seen a couple, but I feel like screams are scary, but imagine you're in the woods and you just hear hi, hello.
No, I think
dude, skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers, fuck, dude.
Jesus, skinwalkers.
I know, but I think screams are just fucking terrifying, especially in the middle of the woods. Like,
yeah,
you don't know what the fuck is going on out there.
Where's that one? Those ghost hunters, the young ones, how they were literally recording a murder without even knowing that they were recording a murder.
Oh my god, yeah.
I forgot the name of their account, but I know who they are.
Yeah.
They're best friends, and they were collaborating with other people. And they were basically going to the forest to ghost hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And then they saw 3 people. And then they kind of got a little spooked, so they decided to, like, sneak away. And those 3 people didn't know that they were there, but then they ended up hearing blood-curdling screams or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the next day they find out that, somebody was murdered there. So they gave the police all of the info, everything, all of the footage that they had. And then, turns out that a woman actually died there, and they literally recorded her murder, at least the sounds of her screaming while she was dying, while she was being stabbed to death, I believe.
Fuck.
It was heavy, dude. And then I think Nicole sent it to me, too, and I was like, I'm surprised she sent me this. Because it's just, you can just hear the screams, and it's like nothing you hear in a horror movie, dude. It's nothing you hear in a horror movie. I don't know. Just the actual sound of somebody screaming for their life. It's crazy. So what's it called? The area going back.
That was heavy.
Yeah. So that area, like I said, it's used to record many different films, and apparently a crew member from a romantic fantasy, called Passion Play, spotted a male figure clad in green convict attire, walking by the accounting office in the pen around 10 at night.
Okay.
10 one night. What the fuck did I write? Something around 10
it was
o'clock
at night.
Okay?
It's at night.
So nobody was around, and for some reason this employee decided to follow the figure into the bathroom, and he ended up seeing nobody.
Okay.
They ended up seeing nobody. I don't know the gender of this person. Then they ended up walking away, right? Because they peeked inside, nobody was there, so they left. But they still kept watching the bathroom, and then the figure came out and walked back out to the other direction, disappearing into the darkness of the hall. So the ghost just wanted to take a spooky dookie, and then this person is interrupting them. Let him take a spooky dookie.
Yeah, you just walked in and just see a ghost taking a dookie.
Let him take a spooky dookie. Goddamn. Why the bathroom?
Can you just just like imagine like you don't see anything like near like the bathroom, but you just see like the little remnants of like poop floating in the air, and then you just see it go down on the toilet with like no fucking way to explain it. The little fucking.
Oh, this is great. Something about recording this at 11 o'clock at night, it just hits different. Oh my god, this is great. I love that. Can you make that noise again? It's very satisfying.
No, I was smiling too much. Fuck.
Okay, hold up. I'm not looking.
It's gonna be hard.
and then you just hear it.
I can force it out. Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool.
I practiced so hard on it during middle school.
Does that hurt your cheek?
No. I'm just like, it's like a little flick. Like
maybe my fingers are just too rough that like I would probably.
No,
like
if you're putting too much force.
I'd probably miss and hit my eye. Not gonna lie. Somehow I found a way to screw it up. But and then so basically like that figure disappeared into the darkness of the hall. Mm-hmm. There's also 2 stories of the unofficial custodian at the time who did not believe in ghosts.
Ooh.
He still doesn't believe in ghosts after seeing these things.
And sounds like you.
He's all like, there's still no proof.
So,
this happened, but there's still no proof.
Sounds like you.
So, he was making his rounds once in the basement after dark and was startled by a huge white ball floating over his head. Mm-hmm. He ducked and swung his flashlight to see what the hell was going on. Yeah. And he discovered a white owl staring at him.
Whoa.
I would be freaked the fuck out.
It's kind of cool, though.
What do white owls signify anyways? I don't know. Do they have a significance?
I don't think so. I guess delivering letters to Harry Potter.
You're right.
Maybe the fucking... Maybe there's the portal to the wizarding world is somewhere in that prison. Maybe it's in the bathroom.
Moaning Myrtle.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Harry Potter. She's a ghost that haunts the bathroom, the women's bathroom, the girls' bathroom. And they call her Moaning Myrtle.
I think if they mentioned it in the first film,
Dude, that girl looks so young and she has such a high-pitched voice, but she was like 30 years old while she was Moaning Myrtle.
Cool.
I was just like, wow, pop off.
Nicole's gonna hate me for this part, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
I should cosplay as her and just chill in the bathroom at a con. Mis hijos. That's like not her at all, but like, okay. So the other story is that he's seen a shadow figure in at least 4 different occasions. Its shadow spotlighted against the window. I don't know what the hell that means. Kind of like, I guess you could see it like outside the window, maybe.
I think maybe like I can't even say it. Some source of light from the outside probably shined it in.
Yeah, probably. And then you could just see the black figure. Yeah. Against the window at the end of the hall, walking across the hall to another. And when he investigated, there was nobody there. So he still doesn't buy into the ghost business, and that's valid, not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. I literally put NGL. He wants proof, and he believes he still hasn't found shit.
I cannot believe him.
And he claims that there's many animals, and the phantom noises that he hears can be feral cats and animals and raccoons through the echoes, honestly.
I can understand that.
Which he finds is valid because there's cats fighting, and they can make scary noises, especially with all the echoes. He's all like, there's raccoons as well. They make freaky noises too when they're together. And there was another account, but I literally just got too tired to write it down, so I copy and pasted it. Like I said, all of this is from Cody, from his website and everything, so I'm not plagiarizing. I'm giving him all the credit. I'm literally just saying everything that's on his website, at least for this section. Yeah. Another actor named Scott Patterson. Let me see who he is. He was in Gilmore Girls. That's all I know. Okay. Scott Patterson. Oh, it's just some basic guy. He was born on 9/11. September 11th, 1958. Dude, that must suck.
Well, in 1958.
You're right.
There was no 9/11.
But imagine, like, oh, it's my birthday. Oh, no, what happened to the towers? They hit the second tower.
They hit the Pentagon.
Another actor named Scott Patterson was working at Old Main, where he claimed to have a paranormal encounter. And this is his account. After landing a role, he reached Albuquerque around midnight, and the producer offered him a late night tour of where they'd be filming, and he decided to, to go. He's like, why not? Patterson decided to visit death row.
Oh,
dude,
shit.
And it's amazing. At least for me, I thought it was cool because it reminded me of the Museum of Torture. Right. Because literally, like, I guess death row is such a small room. Mm-hmm. Literally, like, the hanging where they used to do hangings right here in the corner. Like, literally, like the thing that we saw at the Museum of Torture.
Yeah.
It was smaller in the prison, and it was real. That's what they actually used to hang these people.
Shit.
Yeah, and it was kind of like tiny-ish, I think. I think it was like as tall as your fridge, but like maybe a little bit wider. Probably from your fridge to your wall. Mm-hmm. That's probably how wide it was, which I think it's around the same size as the museum. But yeah, they had that right there in the corner. They had a bed for the lethal injections. And it was like stuck to the ground, so you physically could not move it.
Yeah.
And then they had like this little glass chamber thing. And I thought it was like to do like, and I thought it was an electric chair, and I got excited because they had straps. But then it didn't look like the electric chair that we saw. And in reality,
were you excited for the electric chair or for the straps?
I wanted to see both. I'm just kidding. No, I was excited because I think electric chairs are cool. I think they're cool. But anyways, it was inside like this glass box, and it was basically the gas chamber, and I was like, oh, this is boring. But yeah, so they decided to visit death row for some reason because that's where they were gonna film. Mm. So he wanted to sit in the chair inside the gas chamber to experience it.
Wow. Okay.
And as they made their way underground, okay, this is pretty creepy. As they made their way underground 3 levels towards the gas chamber, because it's literally like. Patterson saw a spot on the floor where the concrete had been marred by what appeared to be hacking marks, which was, like I told you, the cell block. And further along the way, he saw a blackened spot on the floor, and he didn't understand, uneasily noting it looked like a vague shape of a human form, which was the scorch marks.
Yeah, fuck.
When they reached the viewing room, and don't forget this is at night, because he got there like at around midnight. They reached the viewing room for the gas chamber. The 2 men found a small lit candle standing upright in the chair.
What?
They found a small lit candle standing upright on the chair. Who lit it up? I don't know.
Hell no.
Yeah.
My answer would have been just walking out at that point.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
They ran out.
Okay, good.
By Patterson's account, the producer looked terrified and claimed to have no knowledge of how the candle got there. He expressed an interest in leaving at that point, but Patterson said, "My training is such, and I don't back away from such experiences."
Oh, fucking God.
So he insisted on continuing on until he actually sat in the gas chamber. Patterson described what happened next as he looked at his producer standing at the entrance of the gas chamber. So basically, like, when I tell you, it's maybe like, for example, like you're sitting on your desk chair.
Yeah.
And it is probably as big to like your computer to like the fridge in a way.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's kind of like, it's not entirely huge. It's bigger than that empty corner you have right there. Mm-hmm. So basically, like when I'm talking about the entrance, it's not like too far. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
So he was there at the entrance. The producer was there at the entrance of the gas chamber, and I'm gonna quote it. "And I looked at him. I noticed that he was fixated on the viewing area behind me. And I turned around in the viewing area, and we saw black shapes sitting in chairs. We ran so fast. As the 2 men ran from... Oh, unquote, my bad. As the 2 men ran from death row, Patterson claimed that they encountered a winged demonic specter in a stairwell that literally flew at them. The 2 men cowered in fright, screaming like little children, and Patterson exclaimed, quote, 'And we felt it whoosh over us, actually felt the wind over us.'"
Fuck.
Unquote. Yeah.
Damn.
Somewhere along the line, as they fled in terror, Patterson dropped his cell phone. The following morning, a sound tech, a local hire, found the phone on death row and returned it. The technician said, "Wait a minute, you went down into the death chamber at night? No. You don't know the history of this prison." He put, "Don't you know the history of this prison?" Uh-huh. And then that's it.
That's the end of your...
Yeah, that's it. And all the info I got from Cody Polston.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, let me double check the website. I believe it's just Cody Polston.
that was a good way to end it right there. That fucking demonic
Polston.
winged beast. That's fucking
.com.
crazy.
Yeah, so for the people that want to know, CodyPolston.com. He's an author, an amateur historian, and a paranormal investigator. So, he has his memoirs of a ghost hunter. He has his home and his about me, his skepticism, everything. He actually has really good art here. But yeah, this dude is pretty cool. Oh, you could even contact him. He has an Instagram.
I know. I think you talked about the electric chair and everything, but I was gonna mention it, but I was gonna wait until you finished. There's this weird account that I read not too long ago of a prisoner. I think the only prisoner to survive the electric chair. And when asked what was it like, he said, "It tasted like peanut butter."
That's nice.
Yeah, it's weird.
Have you looked at an autopsy of somebody that died by the electric chair?
I've not, no.
I saw the autopsies, the raw autopsies of Ted Bundy, and like it's just fried like meat.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Green Mile?
No.
And one of the scenes, I think, from the Green Mile, like one of the focus points is like execution. Well, I don't think it's one. I need to rewatch it because when I watched it, I was a kid. I didn't understand it fully. But one scene did like scar me a little bit. Was that I think one of the guards had such a grudge on one of the prisoners that was being executed by the chair, that one of the main focal points is that you soak a sponge and that you put on top of their heads as they get electrocuted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he left it in the movie. He leaves it dry, like he pretends to soak it, and so as he puts it on top of the head and they fry him, it goes so haywire. Like he starts to like I think it catches on fire. Then he starts to actually like die like by being lit on fire.
Being
burnt alive. Yeah, it was pretty intense in the movie. I need to rewatch it. It's a good film.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, off topic regarding the prison. When I was watching the tour that guy did, because he was literally quiet the whole time, and then he was just listening to a correctional officer who was giving the tour to like a small group of people.
Yeah.
They even had a gift shop there for some reason. But they had like a small little memorial painting of all the people that died, all of the inmates, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, not all of them were there, like, and they were killed early, Obviously, they were guilty of something, but still at the same time.
There was no need to go.
Justice should have dealt with them and then not people,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I get it.
Even if they're disgusting people, at the end of the day, they're people, even though,
They did something, but.
Yeah. So that's basically my story of New Mexico State Penitentiary. I think that was one of my favorites.
That was really, really good. Holy
and then I'm going to
shit.
look more into this Cody Polston guy. I found his Instagram, which is cool. He literally has like less than 1,000 followers. I don't know how.
If we can get like a hold of him somehow, just like talk to him about.
You can just message him.
Literally. That's why. Just like DM him, like, hey, we got this little podcast.
He'll probably judge the hell out of us. I'm too scared.
You said what?
He'll probably judge the hell out of us. I'm too scared.
Yeah, look, we are too. No, I wouldn't say amateur. Just like underqualified people.
Yeah.
Starting a podcast.
It's just so hard because we just don't have jobs that give us that much free time.
No.
I would just love a job that's just like 5 days a week and have the weekends off. I miss that so much from my old job.
I need my schedule that I have now, Monday to Thursday, but I need it for day shift. I feel like if I have it for day shift, I can get much more done. Because I used to just be awake for like a long time and then I would go to sleep. But now, with night shift, I'm so fucking tired I can barely stay up.
It beats you up, yeah.
Yeah.
Like at first you're doing it and it's kind of fine, but then like over a year, like dude, you start getting tired. I would work day shift, but it's just too hectic. I physically cannot do day shift at my job anymore, so I'm just like, nope.
I'm like, honestly, like, because of night shift, I think because of Amazon too, like, I know we're still recording, but like, my mental health has taken a rapid decline. Like,
I feel that.
Yeah, like, it's taken a huge toll.
I'm sorry, friend.
It's Amazon, man. It's like it's nice to work there for maybe like a year or two to make a quick bag, you know, get a little good money.
My cousin dropped out of college because Amazon was paying well.
To be fair,
Dude,
like,
he was getting a scholarship. He had a scholarship, dude.
Oh, he fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up.
But I think that's gonna wrap it up nicely. So thank you to all our ladies, bros, and our non-binary hoes. Thank you guys so much for stopping by.
And y'all already know our social media already. Emails are caffeinatedcreeps@gmail.com. And that's the same thing. Oh, Caffeinated Creeps podcast. My bad. That's the same thing for our Instagram. And then for our Twitter, it's C Creeps. My bad. C Creeps Pod.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget it.
Who uses Twitter these days?
For real. I use it and then, like, literally, like, because I'm very into, like, the news and, like, politics.
Mm-hmm.
So it sends me a whole bunch of stuff from, like, Republicans and all. Like, I don't want to know this stuff. Like,
TikTok might be, like, the better place.
I don't want to know their bullshittery,
Maybe.
you know? Yeah. But that's it. We're wearing PJs. That's a plus. Yeah. I'm sweating in my PJs.
But it's not that hot. But
I'm wearing a shirt underneath, but I didn't want to make you uncomfortable if I just zipped it down. I have a shirt
just
underneath.
Like fucking eye contact. Just
no. I would die inside.
But thank you guys so much for stopping by, listening to us. This is your co-host, Mr. Butternubs, and
Ray Coffin.
We're gonna be
woo.
Still with no official outro, and yeah, that's it.
Sayonara.
Goodbye, everybody.
Shut up, Nicole.
I thought you were talking to me for a second. What did I do? That was a good story.
Oh my gosh, dude, this zipper's stuck. Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. Fuck.